Hello everybody, thank you for pressing play on today's video. My name is Charlene Luciano from Stamp with Shar, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. I have a really fabulous little project to share with everybody today, and I actually did this as part of a blog hop, but I got so many good responses I thought I would share how to make it. So this is a belly band. I have some binder clips on each end. Now you don't have to do that. I just like the gold. And this slides off. And when you open it inside, it's a little notebook. And you can write stuff, and it's really cute. Something that you can keep in your pocketbook or your handbag. You can also stamp the pages as well, just to jazz it up a little bit. But I'm going to show you how we do today's project. Let me stick this to the side. So I have my paper trimmer, and the designer series paper that I'm using today for this project is the Painted with Love. Now, I will have all these measurements over on my website at www.stampwithshar.com. So if you missed anything, everything will be over on my website. So this piece here is the cover, and this piece measures 5.5 by 10 7/8. And we need to do some scoring to this piece. So with the 10 7/8 along the top, we are going to score this at 3 3/4. We are going to score it at 4. We are going to score it at 4 1/4. We are going to score it at 4 1/2. And then we're going to score it at 8 3/8. So 8 3/8. We are going to score it at 8 5/8. We're going to score it at 8 7/8. And we're going to score it at 9 1/8. And that's all our scoring done. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to bring in my envelope punch board, because I need to round these corners, which we need to do before we laminate it. Okay, so I have my laminating machine heating up. I've never laminated on camera before. We'll see how it goes. I have my machine. I have my laminating page. And I am now just going to feed this through the machine. I think the machine died. Oh my goodness, you guys, my machine just died on camera. Oh boy. Okay, well, my laminating machine just shut the bed, you guys. How sad is that? I'm so sorry. I figured I'd have it all ready and ready to go. So, you're going to laminate your piece. Obviously, I can't do it right now, but that will be laminated. And you are actually going to score and crease all the folds that you have over here on your little book. So you're just going to fold and burnish all those score lines. And you're going to repeat that on the other side too. Oh, I'm sorry, that's terrible. Clearly that was not planned. Okay. So you are going to need some covers. You're going to need these little covers for the paper. And these covers measure 4 3/4 by 7 1/2, and you're going to need probably like 3 of them, depending on how many of these little inserts you make. Now this copy paper is just straight from my printer, and I have this cut at 4 3/4 by 7 1/2, and I just literally cut the paper. I have a heavy-duty cutter, so I cut a whole bunch, and then literally I just took it and smushed it, and there was no right or wrong way. That's all I did. And then I took my cover and literally just threw it over the white like so, and that's all she wrote. So what you're going to do now is you're going to notice that there's a short side and a longer side. So if you look at my original, you'll see that I have the shorter side on this side, and the longer side, that's where you're going to do your holes. Okay, so we are going to make some holes in between these score lines. Now it's a little tough to see, but we are going to make 3 holes with the 1/8 inch punch. One there, one there, and one there. Okay, and you're going to do the same on the other side. 1, 2, 3. So top and bottom. So you got your short piece, you got your longer piece, and that's where you're going to stick your holes. Okay, so what you're going to do now is, I have my notebooks, and again I'm just going to wrap this over it, pinch it like so. This elastic stuff, it's like stretchy elastic, I got at my craft store. We don't sell it at Stampin' Up. And all you're going to do is, so you're going to run it through, then you're going to feed it through there, you're going to feed it through there, and you're just going to repeat that through all the holes until you have all your holes done. Okay. I'm going to feed it through there. Now, this is where you're going to decide whether you want one of these dangling little things, these little tassels. And these are just the mini assortment tassels. And you're just going to put it on. You're going to thread that back through. Okay. You're going to thread it through the last hole. Like so. Then you're going to come back through one of these holes, because technically there will be 4 of these gold, so you can stick 4 notebooks, but I only chose 3 because I doubled up with one other one. And I'm just going to tie this in a knot, nothing fancy, just a standard knot. Now I'm trying not to go too crazy because I still want to laminate this so I can use it. Okay, so I didn't want to tighten it too tight, but you get the idea. And then these, you are just going to slide in your notebook like so, or in your note cover. And again, I didn't want to tighten this too much because I do want to fix this. I do want to have my notebook laminated. And there you have your little tassel, you got your little notebook. I have a 1 3/4 by 11. I figured I can always cut it down. And you're just going to wrap it around. You don't want to wrap it too tight. I use some tear and tape adhesive to stick it shut. And that's my belly band. And then I went ahead and I used my layering circles. And I die cut the gold foil, and then, you know, the circle that goes on top, punched it out, or die cut it out, and that's going to go on the front. And that, my friends, is the notebook. Super easy to put together. I'm terribly sorry my laminating machine shut the bed. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's project, and I hope you will give it a try. I will have all of today's measurements over on my website, www.stampwithshar.com. I hope everybody has a wonderful day, and thank you for stopping by. Take care.